coming off a 9-point win over the Charlotte 49ers and looking to attack quickly, but turn it over on the opening possession. This Longwood team coming off a 64-point loss at Richmond on Sunday. They were just 2 for 15 from 3 against the Spiders. It'll need to be better than that if they're going to challenge the Deacs out of the ACC tonight.
They'll have to be, but Wake has to come with some defensive intensity. There's a good block right there. This is a team that's only scored over 70 points one time. So again, yeah, this is what, I just finished talking about it. Attention to detail as you take a look at the lineup there. And first 2 possessions for Wake Forest trying to hit the home run and had 2 turnovers. You can't have empty possessions in a game like this. The longer that Longwood's able to score, get some confidence, the better they're going to feel about it.
Longwood putting Jessie Germano into the starting lineup. Just her 2nd start of the year. Brooke Anya, the younger sister of former ACC 6th Man of the Year, BJ Anya, was a solid big man for NC State in the middle of the last decade. 11 to shoot for the Lancers, who have lost their last 6. On the drive and the bucket to get us started for Ann Hamilton Leroy. She's another double-figure scorer for this Longwood team, averaging 10 a game.
Her ability to put the ball on the floor, 2nd team preseason Big South performer, but her length, the ability to score the basketball could give the Deacs trouble. The interior defense has got to tighten up.
Summiel inside. The Deacons have turned it over 3 times in 3 trips.
You finished exams, you won a couple of ball games, you do not bring the intensity. And this is the time of the year where coaches really, you're trying to get your team ready for conference play, and it drives them nuts because you don't know where the heads are.
I was looking at the long-term schedule, Stan. Starting tonight, Wake Forest has their next 7 games before any of the players have to go to class again. Classes don't restart until January the 9th. This will be a very different basketball team that'll know a lot more about itself between now and the 2nd week of January.
And that's why a game like tonight is so very important to come out, step out, and make some plays. That's the foul on offense.
Well, baby steps, the Deacs get a shot at the rim after 3 straight possessions ended by turnovers, but an offensive foul on the rebound action after Summiel's miss. Foul called on Demir Hines, the 6'2 junior from Douglasville, Georgia.
I know Coach Shebbia, would you say she was snazzy? But I bet she's not happy being snazzy right now because she doesn't like the start of this team.
Stan, you and I did not get the memo about the Christmas sweaters.
No, I would have loved to have known that.
On the drive, great rim protection. Summiel and Spear there for the D, but then the Deacons just hand possession right back.
Careless.
So Longwood. Corner 3, air ball, rebound for the Deacs. Drill Spear is letting that hair flow today. And an offensive foul called on the Deacons' newest 1,000-point scorer.
Bailey Williams took the baseline away. Spear elevated, took the offensive foul. Good defense, cut off the baseline. There's a charge. And again, you like the way, it's only 2-0. You haven't scored a lot of points, but you like the way Longwood has come out with their approach to this basketball game. They're doing the little things that you can do to win a game.
Alyssa Chapman into the game for the first time, as is Steph Davis for Longwood. Lancers have started 1 for 7. In that same time span, the Deacs are 0 for 1 with 5 turnovers.
Yeah, it's never a good sign when you got more turnovers than you got field goal attempts.
Williams hits the diving Harrison, who gets Wake Forest on the board.
Nice job by Harrison, just a little rub screen up the top and just goes down, you find her, backdoor cut and gets you a layup. One thing that really impressed me in their win against Charlotte is how well they moved the basketball in the 2nd quarter and 3rd quarter of the game. When Charlotte was trying to make a run late in the game, they couldn't do it because the offense was so effective.
Deacons with a season-low 8 turnovers in that game against Charlotte.
Yeah.
Stands
Pass,
out
cut, move, screen,
compared to the 5 turnovers in the first 3 minutes here tonight. Shot clock winding down, and Hamilton Leroy gets it blocked again. 3 blocks from the Deacon defense. Elise Williams draws contact, and the foul will be on Chapman. Elise Williams often looks to drive and create. She's averaging nearly 4 assists per game, leading the Deeks. Burkanya, who started the game, got a very brief rest, and now she's back in for Chapman, who was on the floor for about 45 seconds. Spear looking to add to her second 1,000. Enters tonight with 1,002. Summiel, nope.
Has struggled from 3 pretty much all season, 12 of 36 going into today's ball game.
She had a stretch where she got hot for a couple of games, 7 of 14 in a 2-game span, but just now 2 for her last 15 from deep. Travel call, good defense by Hines, standing her ground, and Davis turns it back over. Alexandria Scruggs, who has started a couple games recently, back coming off the bench tonight.
Double team right there, kind of reach in there and just stop the basketball. Good job. Hines had a block shot a moment ago. This time stops the basketball, forces the charge.
Stan, as a coach, what's the mindset in having someone start the game on the bench and still playing 35 minutes the way Scruggs did at Charlotte on Sunday?
Any number of things. It could be you're trying to get a rhythm of the play. It might be an injury. See how you feel. Just, you know, it depends on the team and the player. But the most important thing is you want playing time. You got to be effective. You got to either stop somebody and be scoring. And the last couple of ball games, Scruggs has done a really nice job of balancing the two. 19
points, 11 rebounds combined in her last 2 games. 10 and 7 on Sunday in the win down in the Queen City. A 1-point game at halftime on Sunday before the Deeks had a big third quarter to create some separation.
Another turnover.
That's been the common refrain through the first half of the first quarter tonight.
As this season has gone along, you were thinking that Wake had kind of solved a little bit of that turnover bugaboo that has bothered them for so often for so many seasons. They had 5 assists more than turnovers, but today. And you know what? And I'm gonna be really honest with you. Like I said, these games, as a player, as a coach, as a broadcaster, scare you because your mind in about 4 or 5 different places. It's not always on the game. They need a if you're a Wake fan, you got to have a defensive play or a long 3 or a 3-point play, something to jump start you right now because they're not moving and their hands are there. This is the best defensive possession they've had.
Leroy didn't get away with shuffling or pivot feet, and Longwood has turned it over twice in the first 5 minutes. A forgettable first 5 minutes. We're tied 2-2.
10 seconds on the clock, gonna show them what we got to offer. If you want, you can make it to the top, gotta focus on the goal. The winner takes all, pass the ball, reach for the stars, no stopping us. Winner takes all. The winner takes all.
Geico's been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer than the Buffalo Wing's been around. Lips are burning.
Geico, over 85 years of savings and service.
Did you know one of Nissan's EVs survived the North Pole? And one can go 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. And they're all emission-free. But don't get an EV for the E. Get it because it pins you to your seat. Sparks your imagination and takes your breath away. Nissan EVs aren't just electric. They electrify you.
Take a picture. I'm stuck! Is that a new iPhone?
Yep, I just got the new iPhone 14 with its amazing camera at T-Mobile.
I don't know what to do!
Just head to T-Mobile this holiday and get gifts for the whole family. For a limited time, get 4 iPhone 14s on us and 4 lines of unlimited for $25 a line.
Wow!
Wow is right, and T-Mobile has price lock guarantee. Unlike the other big guys, we guarantee we won't raise the price of your rate plan, ever.
Bosch tools are built for workers. Bosch's powerful hammer drill has kickback control to help work go more smoothly when you need it. The 2-in-1 quickly changes between impact wrench and impact driver when you're slammed. And X-Lock switches wheels up to 5 times faster than standard grinders when you need to change tasks in a hurry. Bosch tools take care of the job and you. Bosch Tools, what hard workers deserve. Learn more at BoschTools.com.
No one loved hot chicken more than my friend Sam. And this juicy, hot, spice-to-order Dave's hot chicken would have been his favorite of all time if it wasn't for his other passion, driving with his head out the sunroof.
Stick your head out, Wiggles!
Wiggles, no! Please don't mess up and die before you eat Dave's.
The Longwood Lancers enjoyed an historic 2022, winning the Big South Tournament title for the first time in the history of the program. Then they beat Mount St. Mary's in the first 4 game, lost to NC State in the first round. 96-68 is the final against Westmore's Wolfpack, but an impressive run for the Lancers. They get an NCAA tournament win, and now it's a new regime. Erica Lang Montgomery taking over for Rebecca Tillett, who's now the head coach for the Billikens of St. Louis University.
We're talking about the jump start of the team, and Longwood might have been listening. They came out with some three-quarter court pressure after that timeout, trying to speed this game up. They're in it, and they said, hey, let's go ahead and try to win it. Missed the shot, there you go in transition.
Pretty good look for Jules Spear, but couldn't cash it in.
Milano's not much of a scorer. He's only played a few ball games, but a good passer and a solid athlete. Right there's her spot.
Another block. Summiel gets a piece of it. Shot clock at 5. Leroy knows it, takes it, makes it.
Second chance opportunities as we talk about over and over and over again.
I wasn't rooting for you to be wrong there, Stan, but it did look like Jessie Germano, right when you said she's not really a scorer, was going to take it inside and lay it in. But you were right.
Well, it's not about being right. It's about just, like you said, telling it like it is.
Spear for 3 and the foul.
See, I don't get paid by the word like some people do, so I just kind of just tell it how it is. But again, you get a jump stop play, here could be that one. Swings around the corner, the 1,000-point performer, boom, in the club now, knocks down the 3. Get a little dap from some fans and say, okay, maybe this will get the team going. The 3-point play, possibly a 4-pointer, and you see the last 4 or 5 ball games, 5 games actually, averaging 19 points a ball game, getting back on that run that we saw last year so many times in December and November a season ago. Boom, there you go. There's your play. Now let's see if they can convert defensively by getting a stop. Ooh, that's a double dribble. There you go. Unforced turnover.
That was Jules' 188th career three-pointer. She's got 188 threes, 143 twos, and 166 free throws now after that last free throw. And you can do the math. It all adds up to now 1,006. Or you can just trust me.
Well, no, I did it in my head myself.
I'm sure you did. Inside, kick out, 3-second violation.
And Scruggs, who's had a nice season this year of getting the ball in the right place, not depending so much on their three-point shot, but to go inside and score. Had a really nice inside move in the Charlotte game. Just kind of got caught under the basket and then get rid of it soon enough, and then gets caught for 3 seconds.
Nice move, Germano.
There she goes.
Her 6th bucket of the season. Williams unable to answer. And is it going to stay here, or is it going to go down the other way? Indecisive official, but it'll stay here, and the foul's going on Longwood. It's on Germano. Today's Germano's first start since the season opener. She has played already double the minutes she played last year, half the number of games, so getting a little bit more action.
Halfway to her career high, or season high, I should say. I think she had 4 in the game against Richmond the other day. So, long. Let it.
Spear got a good screen and buries the jumper. Jules got the last 7 for Wake Forest. Williams rebounds the miss, and the Deacons looking for numbers. Spear, Harrison, and on the glass, another rebounding foul going against Longwood.
Watch this. Watch this straight up. Watch this action. Move the ball one side. And there's a back screen. It's actually a double, and Jewel read it correctly. Started her defender inside, so they ran her right into the screen, and she's able to bury it at 3. But I like that pass a moment ago in transition. Very unselfish. But those are the plays, Evan, we're talking about that can jumpstart your basketball team. The last 2 possessions have looked better for Wake Forest than what we've seen pretty much the whole game, and then your bank went off for a free throw. That's good.
Well, the free throws have been an issue.
Yeah, no question.
Wake Forest is one of 10 teams in the nation shooting less than 60% from the free throw line. The Deacons currently ranked 343rd out of 350 Division I women's basketball programs. Scruggs goes 1 for 2. Leroy dishes to the baseline. Ship Davis, and her first shot is pretty.
Scruggs trying to took away the back door. She got the ball and went back inside the lane. Just had the nice little 10-foot floater.
Should say her first make. She was 0 for 5 before that bucket. Spear off the mark that time, but Scruggs keeps possession alive. Jewel double teamed. Finds the open teammate. It's Summiel. And in and out from the elbow. 2-point game here at the Joel Coliseum on a dreary Thursday in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Coming up empty. Defense might have gotten a piece of that shot from Ship Davis. Spear going to work. And you got a sense she can do that whenever she wants in a game like this.
And she goes inside, goes in there strong. Tried to create a little bit of the contact by leaning, got the contact, goes up, and there you go. Get to the free throw line. But you know the funny thing about that, it's not really funny, but there's some pretty good shooters on this basketball team. But I think that they just really, like you watched Alexandria a moment ago, the first one was really long, she goes off the glass. The next free throw was short. There's some consistency, and it's just about finishing. You'll just bend and finish. There you go. And a lot of times, and you noted a minute ago on Summiel's jump shot, they're rushing it. They're rushing the shot.
Well, Jules Spear.
And watch this. Now watch this. Does she extend? She didn't extend all the way.
She's been the bright spot.
Yeah.
88% for Jewel, but again, 1 for 2.
But when she misses, she pulls that hand back. It doesn't finish. It's old technique. Just finish high and follow through, put the ball in the basket, on the hand in the basket.
Bailey Williams, who started the game, is coming back in for Longwood, replacing Alyssa Chapman, who's gotten her workout, coming off the bench, going back to the bench, back and forth.
She's in shape. And the other thing about free throw shooting, you got to be confident. You got to want to go to the free throw line. Some players are kind of like, I don't know. You got to want to go.
Alyssa Andrews into the game for Wake Forest. Her pass fortuitously finds Spear, who sets up Summiel.
What was the difference in the shot from there and the other one? She finished. Got the legs in it and followed through. Nice move, didn't fall.
Yeah, nice drive by Chardonnay Hartley, but everything but the bucket. Andrews ahead of the pack, lays it in. And Wake Forest has its largest lead, up 7.
This is the type of game that Alyssa Andrew can really have a big one because she's athletic enough and her size. She can really run. She's going to be a matchup problem. Just get out on the floor and finish plays.
Game clock and shot clock just about in sync. That's travel. Turnover number 5 for Longwood. And Wake has 12 seconds to work with here. Scruggs, Harrison, Summiel, Andrews, and Becker. Deacons turn it over, and Summiel gives the foul. Just the 3rd foul on Wake Forest, so Deacons fortunate to have a couple to give.
I don't like giving away fouls. Unless it's late in the ball game or something. I just, because you never know you need them. And, just get back, stop the ball, play D.
Well, the defense does the job as Ship Davis comes up empty. Ship Davis, 1 of 8 in the first quarter. Deacons with the only fast break bucket of the period. Alyssa Andrews ahead of everybody as the Deacons end the quarter on a 6-0 run. Just over 15 points per game since matriculating from Dallas, Texas to Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And what an addition to the program she has been. Still just a junior. Stan is speechless. That is hard to do.
Well, yeah, because she's just done it, and so quietly, too. Just efficient.
She made some big shots.
Yeah.
Game winner at Minnesota a couple weeks ago. Obviously has had some great games in the ACC tournament over in Greensboro.
I'm telling you, wow.
She loves shooting in that gym over the Greensboro Coliseum. 2nd quarter begins with an Andrews jumper and a Scruggs rebound and a dish to Nia Becker. And another offensive rebound. Wake Forest finally converts to extend the lead. It's Andrews.
The size. Scruggs had a shot, put it to the floor, and then had to make the pass. Very solid rebounding team.
Stan, it's been interesting to watch Jewel Spears' level of responsibility evolve from her freshman year when she was afforded the luxury to get a blocking foul to kind of just being a stand-up shooter, letting players like Ivana Ratza and Gina Connie create for her. And obviously as a sophomore, more responsibility thrust on her shoulders. Defenses, she was the top of the scouting report.
Right.
And it's been cool to see her adapt.
Well, that's the evolution of her game. That's what you like to see out of all your players, is that they're able to adjust and grow their game. And you're right. I mean, as a freshman, it was like, okay, the freshman scored. She scored some points. And then, and Spear. And then, you start saying, wait a minute here. And then I said she just went nuts in the ACC tournament that year. And then last year really stepped up, and there were more eyes on her, and she delivered.
Yeah, it looked like a #1 option.
Yeah, it was the other option. And one thing that they wanted to do this year under the new staff was to kind of get more balance and take the ball out of her hands a little bit or in different places. Other players have stepped up. Still maybe need more points out of some people, but she seems more relaxed. And I'll tell you what, she also seems she's a little fresher playing as, she can play harder. She's getting some rest. It doesn't feel like, okay, I got to do everything.
The Deacons are punishing the Lancers on the offensive glass right now.
Well, you would expect that. I mean, they've out-rebounded 8 of their opponents this year, and they continue to do a really good job of pounding the glass. That was a much better. Just watch her follow through. Watch Alex's follow through. If she finishes, bends the knee, and finishes, this goes in. When she pulls back on it, it's going to go off. Let's see, watch it. Extend and bend. That's good. It's her own line. It didn't show strong enough. But she's had 4 different free throws, and 4 have done different things. 2 long, 2 short, 1 short left, and 1 nothing but the bottom.
She was 3 for her first 14 this year, so 2 for 4 is an improvement, although not where Wake Forest wants it to be.
It's kind of like you on the number 2 tee. You want your drives to be going the same way. You don't want one going left and one going right. Then you dribble one, then you hit a great one. You say, "Hey, I'm getting better," and then you go back. Ever misses, be consistent. That's what I was getting at about those free throws that were all 4 different places.
Well, it takes me a few holes to warm up.
It takes, 17 ain't bad, is it? We were good as partners that second time last summer.
We played a couple times.
We did. We were pretty good that day.
Didn't embarrass ourselves.
Speaking of early in the year, just thinking warm thoughts on such a cold, dreary day. Thinking about, wow, I can't wait to April.
Elise Williams picks up her first foul. Let's be honest, and this will be the last thing we say about it. You carried us.
And let you know what kind of team we had. But you know what though? We'll always be able to say that we can knock off J.O.
Well, there's no doubt about that.
There's no question. When somebody dodges you and don't even think about showing up, that lets you know that you got him. You got him on the course. You got him in your pocket.
All right.
Now back to basketball. Did I miss anything?
Wake Forest is 1 for 6 in the quarter. They've gotten the offensive rebound on each of their 5 misses so far in the period.
Best offense has been for Wake Forest to throw it on the glass and somebody go get it.
Beautiful ball movement. Some of the best of the season for Wake Forest as Williams hits Scruggs inside.
Around the horn, Scruggs gets good inside position, and she's left-handed. She's going to the left. That's a nice pass. A great catch and finish.
That was gorgeous. Chardonnay Hartley, diminutive point guard from Harlem, New York. Draws a little contact on Scruggs.
You love the ball movement. Pass, and watch Scruggs. She's worked her up. She worked her up the lane and then worked down. When the ball reversed her, I think she just got inside. That was a nice little back cut, got a basket. Great ball movement, and again, that's pretty. But being able to catch and finish in one motion, even better.
Reminded me a little bit of the Bellarmine men's basketball program.
Oh, yes.
That doesn't dribble the ball very much. What do we got?
Yes.
It's an offensive foul against Daisha Reed.
Speaking of Bellarmine, didn't mean to talk about another team in this game, but I will since you brought him up. Guess who did their first win as an NCAA Division I team?
Was it you?
No, it was me. Why do you think I gave you a trivia question?
I was wondering. Would have been a bizarre reason if you were like, yeah, Jay Billis did the game.
Yeah, why would he even think like that, right? No, it was me, baby, me. B. Howard. Part of that doubleheader. They played Duke on Friday and Howard on Sunday.
Bailey Williams knocks down the 3. She needs to shoot more.
Yeah, badly needed. 4 of 11 coming into this afternoon. As far as from the 3 line, it was a good look.
Unable to answer. Hartley pushing the tempo from the foul line. Doesn't get the bounce. And a strong rebound there from Reagan Conley. Elise Williams navigating through a minefield across midcourt.
Oh.
Somehow maintains possession. Williams had 4 assists in the first quarter.
Hartley nearly had to steal.
Conley is open. Missed everything. Longwood ball.
You get the feeling that Longwood is not really intimidated right now by Wake Forest.
Well, they're within 7.
Yeah.
And they lost their last game by 64.
Yeah.
And they lost other games to ACC opponents by 61 and 63.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is a competitive game right now. And look, Longwood has a win over Ohio University.
Yeah, they beat a good Ohio team. A decent Ohio team, I should say.
That was
yeah.
back on November 10th, their second game of the year. They haven't won since.
But I like the fact that they're competing. Now, Wake is helping them a lot.
Yeah.
Wake is helping them a lot. I mean, you know, let's be real about it. You know, on paper, this shouldn't be this close right now. But Wake's turned the ball over. They've had some bangering shots. They're missing free throws.
Longwood thought it looked like good defense, but I think the foul's going on Leroy. Well, I mean, you look, there's 2 ACC versus Big South games tonight. And Wake Forest a week ago took on a High Point team that hadn't beaten a Division I opponent all year. And it's a competitive game for much of the night as well. I mean, Florida State was up 25-4 at the end of the first quarter at home against Presbyterian. It's now 34-9 down in Tallahassee. I'd say Brooke Wyckoff has a good team. I don't know if you've seen Tanaya Latson play. They're going to rename the ACC Freshman of the Week award after her. She's won it 5 weeks in a row. She's won Player of the Week 3 times, and she could have won it all 5. In transition, Williams rejected. And it's Marta Morales getting some first half minutes, who then turns it over after coming up with a loose ball. Sophomore from Barcelona. Billed as a shooter, we haven't really seen it yet. She is 1 for 2 from deep, 2 for 3 from the field on the season. Morales looks pretty good on the boards.
You're talking about that High Point game. You know, Wake Forest started off a little slow in that game, and then defensively created some plays, found some shots, find a way to extend it and win this. And you've got to go out there and put forth the effort. You just can't win it with the name on the uniform. So let's see if they'll play a little stronger this final 5 or 6, but give Longwood a lot of credit. They're battling.
Deacons now 2 of 11 from beyond the arc. Morales makes it 2 for 12. Adriana Ship Davis into a crowd, and that has not been the recipe for success for Longwood tonight.
Yeah, and then Williams compounds it by just reaching in there and picking up the unforced foul. Didn't need the foul right there, but we'll keep playing though. We keep playing.
Okay, I'm an alien.
If you're making a sci-fi movie, you need to finish the special effects.
Does that look good?
And if you want to save by bundling home and car insurance, you need Geico.
Just 10 seconds left. Martinez! The crowd is going wild. The defensive flag impression. He passes to Luca, who passes the rock right back.
You're the boss.
He steps back, releases the 3. Martinez does it again!
Rated E for everyone.
PlayStation.
I wish I could see June this holiday.
Some time with Oscar would be nice.
Causing trouble?
Running around the ship?
Lying through my teeth?
Yeah, that's what I'm wishing for.
Oscar! I'm not following you.
Love is true. True Lab created diamonds. The Vera Wang Love Collection, designed for Zales, the diamond store.
No one loved hot chicken more than my friend Sam. And this juicy, hot, spiced-to-order Dave's hot chicken would have been his favorite of all time if it wasn't for his other passion, driving with his head out the sunroof.
Stick your head out, Wiggles!
Wiggles, no!
Please don't mess up and die before you eat Dave's.
Wake by 7 here at the Joel Coliseum. We were discussing Tanaya Latson, 5 straight ACC Rookie of the Week. Just had her 3rd 30-plus performance of the season. All ACC players combined have produced 5 30-point games this year. Latson has 3 of them. Jewel Spear has 1 of them against Coastal, and Virginia Tech's Kayla King got hot from 3. I think she hit 9 threes in a game and had 33. And one of Virginia Tech's many wins.
Virginia's pretty good on it. They're pretty good on it.
I was telling you before the game, I think they're the best team in the league. I think they're the team that I would take right now. Ashley Owusu just got hurt, and that's going to hurt them, but they're a deep team. If they lost a player of Owusu's caliber last year, it would have been a much bigger problem than now, because they still have Kitley and Amore and Taylor Soule from Boston College. Mentioned King as the sharpshooter. Kenny Brooks, a really good basketball coach. On the drive, pretty good defense by the Deeks.
Another block.
Yeah, Wake Forest racking up the blocks tonight. That's 6 of them, and that's pretty good offense, too, from Kaya Harrison.
That's the type of play you want to see out of Wake Forest right now. A block, a defensive play on one end, and then the explosion there. The other end, Harrison using her speed gets the layup. See if they turn the defense up just a little bit in this final 4:05.
Wake has its largest lead. Looks like Longwood's trying to drive and kick, but they're driving into traffic and not getting any pass to an open player outside.
Wake's doing a nice job getting their hands involved in the game.
Summiel knocks down the triple.
Defensive stop, push it, gets the layup. Defensive stop, push it, transition, jump shot 3.
Erica Lang Montgomery takes a timeout as the Lancers have fallen behind by 14. Quick 7-0 run over the last 58 seconds from Wake Forest. Let's look at the Wake Forest defense setting up the offense, Dan. 6 blocks in the game, including this one.
Defensive stance right there. Summiel comes over for help, gets the great block, and that leads to the transition basket. Kaya Harrison using her speed going down the floor. Then you have a transition play there, a miss. Summiel wide open again. Notice at the end of it, got her legs into the shot, finished high, followed through, knocked it down. Don't think about it, be about it. Knocks the shot down. That's much better on the perimeter, but what you got to be excited about if you're Wake Forest, good defense leads to easy offense.
Olivia Summieland has officially been credited with 5 blocks in this first half. The career high coming into tonight was 4, which she had done 3 times. So a new career high for Summiel.
She blocked, what, 4 against Minnesota in that win up there, and then also, I think, against Alabama early in the year.
Man, you are good.
Hey, well, I had a friend of mine that asked me about, I told you before the game, about, you know, some of the players, and we were talking about Summiel, and I just said, well, hey, there's a lot of things that go into what makes a basketball player other than just the numbers. And you see she's talking now. So I love this. That's why I love watching games. It's just always constantly just coaching and chirping and trying to make a play. And she does all the little things to win a game. So you got to have players like that to win. So, hey, yeah, so I hope they're watching the game now, and so you got your answer. I couldn't believe they asked me. It's a ball game.
Olivia just picked up her 2nd foul, so she'll go to the bench.
Yeah, you got to have that too. You got to have that too. You got to have a little bit of everything. A little trap action here after free throws. Get it over.
Get it across with a couple seconds
That's
to spare.
Good trap. Great help that time by Williams. See now they're out of rhythm offensively.
To the corner for Conley. Pretty good defensive possession there from the Lancers, and the Longwood bench is fired up.
Yeah, well, Eric Lang Montgomery should be happy about that defensive possession. They trapped him, made him really have to think about getting it over. Tried to make the pass in the middle of the floor. It was deflected, nearly stolen. Eventually he got the shot taken by somebody that really wasn't comfortable with getting the shot. Boom, you get a rebound. And look across the bench, and she was down. Coach Montgomery's down in defensive stance talking to her team. So again, you can find little things, even in a game where you're not scoring, that you can build on.
And Hamilton Leroy back to the line, the senior from Seneca, South Carolina, where she was the all-time leading scorer at Seneca High School. Today playing her 98th career college basketball game.
Very athletic young lady. I think she played 3 or 4 sports down in Seneca.
Tell you, she just crossed over 900 points in her college career.
Hey, congratulations. Transition opportunity for the Lancers.
That will be an offensive foul. And a pretty obvious one.
Yeah. Got to come to a jump stop. Chip Davis going downhill fast. Love the effort of getting down the floor. Right there, got jump stop. Boom, she goes in one step, and Jewel Spear gives it up above the restricted circle. Easy call. Here's your trap. They did a nice job a moment ago. Get it over. Don't pick it up right there.
Morales got away with it, and Becker gets 2.
Great job getting rid of the basketball. The extra pass got a layup for Becker.
.13 lead for Wake, 2:15 remaining in the half. Kick out pass for Williams. Longwood has not relied on the 3 very much. They're 1 for 5 from beyond the arc in the game. Erica Lang, Montgomery's team, averaging about 5 made threes per game. Just shooting it a hair below 27% for the season.
Yeah, they've not been a great long-range shooting team. They've not even shot over 45% any ball game. But they're getting some looks today. See what you do off this transition play.
Jewel Spear now 2 of 7 in the half. How did that not go in? Morales is ahead of the pack, and Harrison finds her.
Harrison finally got the handle. She couldn't get the handle. When she did, just spun around. Good job looking up, and finds Morales for the layup.
Morales scoring her first points since the Virginia game. Virginia still undefeated. There's an answer. Second 3 of the half. And the first of the game for Adriana Ship Davis.
She struggled her last couple of ball games, her last 4. She's only 7 of 20 shooting from the 3 line. But again, a good look and a willing shooter, able to knock that thing down and keep this game close as we get closer to halftime. This would be a big stop for Longwood.
Spear inside the arc, pass deflected, still finds Becker, missed the shot. Rebound, last touch by Andrews. And it'll be Longwood ball, 41.3 to go in the quarter.
Everything you want from the Lancers now. Can you take advantage of it?
Wake's led by as many as 15. Longwood a chance to cut it down to 10.
Get a score here, get the ball back, and get the second half of the tie-ups.
Instead, Wake will have a chance to get the final shot of the half.
Plenty of time.
Harrison, Andrews, Becker, Spear, and Morales.
I like seeing Harrison create something off the bounce. A little dribble penetration that Longwood tried to do and couldn't do. Get it up.
Morales with 3 seconds inside. Harrison lost it, and Longwood's defense has upped its intensity these last few minutes here in the second quarter. 1.6 remaining for the Lancers. Megan Jebbia's team up a dozen. Ship Davis, good if it goes! And Wake Forest led by 7 at the end of 1. Takes a 12-point lead to the locker room in their 3rd ever meeting against Longwood. Deacons trying to win their 5th consecutive game, heading into a matchup at Syracuse this weekend.
Geico has been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer than the buffalo wing's been around.
I've never seen it at halftime. Jewel Spear gets to pad her stats. Wake in the first half was 6 of 9 from the free throw line. And Jewel adds a couple to her ledger, putting her in double figures for the 9th time this season. Scored 9 against Virginia, 2 against Missouri, double figures in every other game. And a 12-point lead becomes a 14-point lead as we start the second half. And free throws coming up the other way for Brooke Anya, who started the game but did not score in just 5 minutes of play in the first 20.
You talked about this midway in the second quarter about Longwood going inside and trying to make passes, and they were deflected. And the other part of that is that they're going inside. So if you're Wake, you got to stop that, but they're making a better decision there. They're going to Anya and trying to get some scores off that. Let's see if that was one of the themes at halftime after they got the names and everything in the book, was to, hey, let's try to attack them inside and look to score, not look to kick it and take the jump shot.
Anya missed them both, and Spear comes swooping in for the rebound. Williams kicks it. Summiel got it. Second three of the night for Olivia.
Hope my friend's watching this.
Any particular friend?
Yeah, somebody was talking about one about the game. Just again, you see, watch the follow through there. We don't get that. We get the ball, but you see how she's like so many good shooters. If you bend and extend, it's repetitive motion, you're going to have a great chance of knocking it in.
Basketball's a funny game. Summiel was 2 for her last 15, now 2 for her last 2. Jewel Spear, the steal, and the score, and the foul. And hopefully Jewel's okay.
She measured the defender, create the contact. You're a defender, you can't make the block. She comes out grabbing an elbow. Foul. This back, just stand down. Good defense again. Good defense here. There's a double team watching. She says, okay, I know you're behind me. I know you're behind me. And you just got to lay off that. You just got to lay off that. Just let her go, and she's already done it. Toronto didn't do a good job of just recognizing the play, and part of that's because she doesn't get on the court as much. And just not, just the coat awareness. You're not going to block the shot. Let it go.
And technically, Jewel Spear has 5 points here in the second half. Less than a minute. There's a double dribble. And Longwood now has more turnovers than Wake in the game. That's number 14 compared to the Deacons' 12.
Yeah, and after the made free throw there, you see a little Wake trying to extend the defense a little bit of 1-2-2 pressure, forces a turnover.
More of that good ball movement. Spear for Hines.
Real nice.
Yep.
Everyone touched the basketball on that possession. There's your trap.
Wake Forest on a 21-6 run since midway through the second quarter. It was 20-13. Longwood from close range. Chip Davis can't connect. Harrison looking to push it. Williams to Hines. Nice catch. Back to Williams. And Summiel on the glass, unable to finish. Nifty dribble there in transition. Hartley.
Oh, that's nice.
Hartley!
That's
nice. Denied. Play of the day so far for the Longwood Lancers, courtesy of the 5'3" freshman from Harlem, New York.
Watch Chardonnay. That's a little Harlem shuffle right there. Goes inside, shows it, gets some contact, throws it up, and it rolls in. Looking like Earl Monroe in the New York City. Little spinning, little wheeling, little dealing. I like that. And a little Chardonnay on top of it, huh?
Hartley unable to cap it off with the free throw.
High-low.
Deacons began the quarter on a 10-0 run before the Hartley bucket. Here's Spear again from deep.
1-3-1 half-court offensive attack. Had a person in the middle, and you can be a facilitator. Look high-low or look to the wing. Go to the wing. Spears there, knocks it down.
Jewel had 8 points at halftime. She's got 16 for the game now, 2 minutes into the third.
So how many does that mean she had in the second half?
I think she's got 8 in the quarter.
There you go.
But you can double check me on that now.
No, I trust you.
On the way to the rim, Harrison finds 2 more.
Take your time.
Erica Lang Montgomery says that's enough. Timeout Longwood. Wake Forest rampaging 15-2 to begin the third.
Welcome to the neighborhood. Now, did you know that Geico could help with your homeowner's insurance?
Cookies.
Oh, it's my mum's secret recipe.
Is there a little nutmeg in there?
It's a secret.
Is it cinnamon?
It's my mum's secret recipe.
Geico.
Love is true. True Lab created diamonds. The Vera Wang Love Collection, designed for sales, the Diamond Store.
It's bow time. Some folks say don't call it a comeback. But when the sizzling, savory pork chop griller's back for a limited time in all its tender, marinated glory, go ahead. Call it a comeback. It's bow time.
This is your Mazda moment. At Keffer Mazda, we have quality vehicles arriving daily. Even if you don't see what you're looking for, we make it easy to buy or reserve your new Keffer Mazda today. Trade in or trade up. We'll give you more than ever before, even if you don't buy one of ours. Shop more new Mazda models and get more for your trade. Upgrade today.
The experience you deserve, the price you'll love. The all-new Keffer Mazda.
Back to work? Back to work?
We've all got work worries. They're annoying little things that never leave us alone.
Deadlines!
Even at work. But you can get them under control. Asana makes work easier for your team, so you can focus on all the things that matter, instead of just worrying about work. Make work work for you with Asana.
Hey, Peloton, step into your power. Let's go.
Ah, you didn't come to work out. You came to outwork. Let's get it.
Yo. Boom. 2 + 2 is 4. Come on, you got this. Everyday man's on the
Hey,
block.
no challenge, no change.
The ting goes. Let's go.
Get $400 off Peloton packages. Terms apply.
You call that the Honolulu, the 808. That's the area code for Honolulu, Hawaii.
Oh, it is. The 808 area code, and is 16, like you said. 8 and 0 and another 8 equals 16. And now you're telling me it's the area code. Man, where do you come up with this stuff?
Google's a powerful thing.
I'm telling you what. That 808, that 808, that's amazing.
Longwood with his 4th turnover of the quarter. Second time Wake has just ripped the ball away from a Lancer. Harrison, strong inside, and she was fouled by Hartley. So Kaya will go to the free throw line. Kaya from Baldwin, New York. Battle of New York point guards there. Harrison and Hartley. Harrison from the Long Island area.
She came in with a lot of promise. Been slowed with some injuries, but it's really good to see her being aggressive. Not really ever been a great or distance three-point shooter, but her ability to get the ball from end to end, and then also to get in the paint and score. She's had a nice year.
Underrated defender.
No question about it. No question about that. She gets her hands on a lot of basketballs. She pointed that little trap right there. See how active she can be. There's a hedge. Good job. Got to recognize that, Longwood.
Yikes. What? Call this the same way. I don't know if it was deflected, but it will remain Longwood ball. Baseline official, to her credit, had a better perspective than I did. Janae Turner coming off the bench today. Started 7 of 8 games this year before tonight. Turner, step back. And Harrison with another rebound. Wake just dominating in transition right now.
Well, you're doing what you should be done early in the game. If you force a turnover or a missed shot, you get the rebound, you take it down the floor, and you make them react. And you should either get a jumper on your secondary or either a layup. And that time they sprint down, you get the inside basket.
4 points for Hines. Anya's answer wouldn't go.
Good look.
Harrison for Spear. Spear knew she missed it when attacking the board, and well, a little too aggressive, called for the foul. Her second. Jewel entered the night 5th in the league in scoring, 2nd in the league in threes made per game. She's averaging 16.3. She's got 16 right now, averaging about 2.9 threes made per game. She's got 3, so she has basically reached her averages with a quarter and a half to play. And there's a steal. Adding to the numbers.
Flatten it out. Send a cutter to the box. Look for the basket or the reverse.
Summiel's wide open. Oh, Wake Forest dominating the glass. Spear now with 18.
Put it up there and someone go get it. I can't tell you, one of the better rebounding teams, not only in conference, but in the USA. So, had a chance to see Jewel's brother play the other night.
Did you?
Plays at Robert Morris.
How'd he do?
Not bad, not bad. Pretty good athlete. They played Marshall.
Good game?
Yeah.
Sorry I missed it.
ESPN.com, ESPN Plus. What is it you say at the end of the game with that read? To watch more of these games?
Watch the replay on any, yeah.
There you go.
I'll check it out.
There you go.
Colonial's Thundering Herd.
That's it.
Try never to miss a showdown between those two.
Well, they're not far away from each other. Into the Pittsburgh area.
Local rivals.
Coropolis, PA.
Just inside the arc, and a good jumper for Chapman. Sophomore from Richmond, Virginia. Scores in her 6th game of the season for Longwood.
Good movement. Everyone touched it. Just watch it.
Andrews from the wing. Turner fakes it, takes it. Harrison, another rebound.
I like that repositioning.
8 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists for Kaya. Williams, the leader in assists, and give her one more.
Remember a moment ago when Jewel Spear had the ball on the wing and kind of flattened it out? That time they pass it to the wing, and then you send the first cutter. The first post goes to the box, ball side, and sometimes you're going to get lucky, and it happened. Loved it.
Summiel into double figures for the 5th time this year. 6 assists now for Williams.
She goes unsung, doesn't she? Williams, I think.
She doesn't usually look for her shot, especially early in the game. Gonna call a foul there. Harrison dove for the loose ball, and then an acrobatic field goal attempt.
Watch this. Watch this. Drive there, side. Watch somebody just make the cut there, kept it up strong, gets an easy layup. Deacons on a roll.
Welcome to the neighborhood. Did you know that Geico could help with your homeowner's insurance?
Cookies.
Oh, it's my mum's secret recipe.
Is there a little nutmeg in there?
It's a secret.
Is it cinnamon?
It's my mum's secret recipe.
Geico. You think about calling for a ride? Nah. What's the worst that could happen? You lose your license? You total your car? You kill someone?
Love is true. True Lab created diamonds. The Vera Wang Love Collection, designed for Zales, the diamond store.
No one loved hot chicken more than my friend Sam. And this juicy, hot, spiced-to-order Dave's hot chicken would have been his favorite of all time if it wasn't for his other passion, driving with his head out the sunroof.
Stick your head out, Wiggles!
Wiggles, no! Please don't mess up and die before you eat Dave's.
Say you're looking for the perfect present. You might try looking at the perfect place. A place with gifts that light up a face, as well as a room, where it's easy to find the brands they'll love and the advice you trust. That place is your local Ace. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their gifts. Get our best price ever by saving $180 on a Weber Genesis 2. And Ace Rewards members get free assembly and delivery on new grills.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Foul too big. What?
All Wake Forest so far here in the second half. After a competitive first 20 minutes, the Deacons have blown it open and lead by 31. Longwood has free throws after a wacky field goal attempt, to say the least, courtesy of Janae Turner, but she got the contact, got it to the backboard, got to the line, and puts in the free throw. Janae Turner had the game-winning bucket for Longwood in their only victory this year. A game with 12 lead changes, the final of which made it 66-65. Longwood over Ohio back on November the 10th. Turner had 17 on Sunday against the Spiders.
Very good. 91% free throw shooter. I didn't want to say anything about it until she took the last one. I didn't want to put the announcer jinx on her.
3 for 3 there.
Rattle that last one in. That's good. That's a good thing.
When you're a 97% free throw shooter, you get the bounce on those.
You do.
I never got that bounce. Scruggs. Good position. Good.
That's going to be it. A lot of her offensive success is going to come because of good inside position. There's a bump right there. She's going to step out.
Looked like it could have been a backcourt. Yeah. Great deflection by Becker, the steal. And the foul called on Williams.
And Evan, you touched on it earlier. We mentioned it a little bit as the second half began about the arms, getting in passing lanes. A great defensive effort, trap at half court. Got out of the trap somewhat. And then again, Becker has her arms out, just playing defense, playing without fouling, gets a deflection, which eventually gets the ball in Wake's hands. And that's what you ask your team to be: aggressive on defense, play without fouling, don't reach, but get your hands up and keep them active.
Pass, move, there you go.
Conley for 3. Hasn't been her day, but Scruggs on the glass. Pretty good defense on Andrews. Scruggs, though, keeps it alive. Five to shoot. Nice pass. Andrews, and one.
Inside, there's a bounce, pass, concentration, bounce, bounce, count it. Everybody's smiling. Give me love. That's what you like to see. There you go. There you go. Nice little move right there.
Yes, indeed. Deacons made their first 5 free throws here in the third quarter before that miss. 11 of 15 now in the ball game. Dribble might have went through Andrews' legs. It's going to stay the same way. .232 remaining here in the third. Heck of a finish last night here at the Joel Coliseum. Andrew Carr getting a win for Wake Forest at the buzzer over Appalachian State. Frenetic finish for Wake Forest men's basketball. They got a tough stretch coming up.
They do.
Rutgers.
Disappointing loss Saturday, Sunday. My days run together.
Saturday against LSU.
Saturday against LSU, yeah. My days are running together a little bit, but yeah. Tough loss to Clemson.
Yep. All three of Wake Forest men's basketball team's losses are games that Steve Forbes certainly feels they should have won.
No question about it.
20-point lead over LSU. 7-point halftime lead against Clemson, and they were up like 8 with 90 seconds to go against Loyola Marymount down in Jamaica. A bunch of those Wake Forest men at the ball game tonight, supporting the ladies, and Scruggs adds to her night. She's now got 8 points and 6 rebounds.
Got really good hands. She gets good inside position. Not the greatest leaper on the team, but if she gets inside position, she can use that leverage to score inside. She's doing that tonight.
After today's stand, only one more non-conference game for Wake Forest next Thursday afternoon against URI. Aside from that, it's all ACC action going forward. Wake went 4-12 a year ago in the ACC. The league is really good right now.
And you better work on your intensity the moment the ball is jumped, because you won't get second and third chances against some of these teams who play in the ACC. And if you're thinking that Virginia Tech's the best team you've seen, and Virginia Tech might be the best team, that means you're not talking about Notre Dame, that'd be Louisville, North Carolina State, and a very much improved Virginia basketball team, just to say it.
And you have Duke, Miami, Florida State, all have just one loss.
Everybody. Why don't you just say everybody? Let's we don't make anybody mad or leave anyone out. Nice pass.
Oh, great finish. Steph Davis with her first 2 of the night. Now, even Boston College, who is the lowest among all ACC teams in the net right now, they've got a freshman point guard, Stan. I'll tell you, if you're not familiar with this girl from Dorchester, Taina Mayer, she's leading the league in assists right now. Incredible vision, incredible quarterback of the offense for that BC team under Joanna Burnaby-McNamee. There's some really good point guards in the league. Georgia Amor, Virginia Tech had a triple-double. Obviously, no one flashier and better than Olivia Miles at Notre Dame.
You'd think.
Deja Kelly at Carolina, and there are a lot of really good point guards in this league right now. All 15 women's teams in the top 110 in the net in the ACC. Wake Forest is currently number 80 in the net. That's 12th among ACC teams, actually currently ahead of both Syracuse and Pitt, whom Wake Forest has their next two games.
Next 2 games, yeah, so it's right there for you. It's right there. Get a couple conference wins before you start the new year. They got Clemson on New Year's Day, I believe.
Yes, indeed.
So there are opportunities, but you have to play them, you know, one game at a time, cliche, 1 quarter at a time. But you got to come out ready to play. Much more impressive last couple of minutes of the first half and the second half by Wake Forest in the first 12 minutes.
Wake Forest had 31 points at halftime. They scored 31 here in this third quarter.
Good trap.
10-second violation.
Putting Becker at the point of that 1-2-1-1 or 1-2-2, depending on where the drop occurs, really is an advantage because she's tall, she's got long arms, got that length and can move her feet. No way you could get out of there. That's a good job. Play for one here. Close to it.
Think that'd be wise?
Yeah. Get your offense in sync. Good passes. Playing a little zone right now. Matching up out of that, Longwood is. Recognize it. There's the spot.
Andrews explodes to the bucket.
Get the ball in the middle of the floor versus zone. Good things can happen for you.
As the clock winds down, Hartley too strong off the glass. Andrews with another rebound, and Wake Forest triples up Longwood in that third quarter. 33-11 in the third, 64-30 as we head to the fourth. 10 more minutes here in Winston.
Just 10 seconds left. Our team has... The crowd is going wild.
And Santa still leading the proceedings as the voice of the arena. Here's the upcoming schedule for Longwood. Good time to have ESPN Plus if you're a fan of the Lancers. Fourth quarter underway after Wake won the third 33-11, and Andrews three. Oh, thought it was going in off the top of the glass. Tie-up will go the other way. Wake Forest's biggest victory of the year from a margin standpoint was the 25-point win against Mercer on November 17th.
A long time ago, man.
And that game was really close until the final 4 minutes of the third quarter. Yeah. Remember, Kate Diebel came in off the bench and sparked a huge run. Transform a close game into a laugher. It was right before Thanksgiving.
Man, we're 10 days away from Christmas. Time flies when you're having fun.
Summiel to Morales, who kicks it out for Conley.
Still can't find the range. Reagan's looking. Had some nice looks in the first half, a couple of back to back. Just can't get it to go in.
Becker is back.
But I like Reagan Conley's mentality. Just shoot her, keep shooting. It'll go in eventually. Don't give up hope.
She's 0 for 8 from beyond the arc tonight. Deeks is a team 5 for 25, and yet still up by 34. Double dribble. No, beg your pardon. Foul called. 2 hands on the defender. Summiel picks up her 4th. Hartley, another nice finish.
Couple of strong drives to the hole tonight for Hartley.
Spear gets the bounce. She's got 21.
Yeah, she's had a couple of those tonight. Friendly rim, soft touch, call it what you want. When you're good, you're good.
She has 4 threes in the game on 10 attempts. Working on her second 1,000. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Janae Turner misfires from the corner, and foul going on Longwood. Ship Davis picks it up. Number 3 for Adriana. Erica Lang Montgomery announced as head coach this past April. The athletic director, Michelle Maddow, said that Erica was the right person at the right time with the right qualities. Lang Montgomery first kind of thought she might want to be a coach when she was working summer camps in college. And then she got hurt her senior year. I was kind of forced to watch the game from the bench as we see Morales knock down the 3. And we hear that a lot, Stan. Players, when they get hurt, they look at the game from a different perspective. They sort of understand why the coach is yelling at them in a different way. And it makes them want to stay on the bench and coach.
Stay close to the ball game.
And you did that, right?
I didn't get hurt.
But you stayed close to the ball game.
I needed to work. I'm not a rocket scientist. I had to do something for life.
Got me fooled.
Yeah, no, I can do that. I can act. You follow it. You have opportunities. You work. I used to grind. I mean, even as a student, I used to go to basketball camps and you talk to coaches and you learn. It's just continual education. It's like everything else. We did the same thing in television. You grind. You get around people, surround yourself with good people, and try to learn as much as you can. And when opportunities come, you take advantage of them. Hopefully, they hit for you. But it's it's a wonderful profession, that of coaching. It can make you crazy, but it can also give you a lot of great moments. Nice.
Becker
That's
inside.
Nice. Got to finish that.
Staying with it. Over to Harrison. Longwood ball. Can you immediately tell me the greatest win you experienced as a coach and the most heartbreaking loss you experienced as a coach?
Every one that I lost was heartbreaking, and the few that I won, well, as a college coach and a high school coach, yeah, I mean, every one. There's no. It's like your kids. You don't like a kid any better, one, that particular day. There were some that were more special, but hey, you just happy to win a game, happy,
How do you bring your team back together and maintain a positive attitude when you're on a 7-game losing streak with a bunch of real lopsided results in there?
You show them some of those things that they did well, and you tell them keep grinding. You got two choices. It's like in life. You got two choices. You need to quit, and you won't get any better, or you can get up tomorrow and try to work to get better, and at least you got a shot. That's all I know. And that's how we all should try to live our lives. Hey, you're going to lose some games. You're going to win some. So how do you handle winning? How do you handle adversity when you lose? Bounce back.
Well said.
Well, I mean, that's true. I mean, that's kind of how I live, live life. I mean, you gotta get up tomorrow and because I tell you what, if you sit back and say, okay, we lost again, and we're just gonna hide under the covers and not get any better, you won't get better. You're gonna lose 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and you still may lose 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, but you got a better chance of winning those games if you get out and work. So that's all I know. That is your philosophy lesson of life for today, given to you by Stan Luter and Evan Lepler. The only thing different between Evan and Stan is the P and the what? The L.
I think I know what you're saying there, but we should move on. Mac Myers into the game.
P and the W.
Walk on from the Denver area. A couple free throws coming up here for Longwood.
What you got to do, though, serious tip, what you have to do is you have to formulate attitudes for this basketball team. What they did last year is great, and that's something you'll be able to talk about, but this is a whole new cast of team, and you've got to go out and work and then build your own identity. And, it takes a while sometimes, building a program. And you now has new regime, new players, and you find out a lot about them, about yourself. This isn't the worst basketball team. They've got some. Longwood does some good things. They're going to knock some people off if they continue to keep working. That's a good beat of the trap.
Meyer misfires.
Dive to post. Look for the reverse or take it on. That's good. There you go.
Finish. And Hamilton Leroy.
So you clip that. You clip that. In your film session, you clip this. Say, okay, this is a great job in transition. Forced a shot, took it to the wing, post, took the block, didn't get anything there, tried to get to the other side, got it, and drove and scored.
Nice pass. And Becker lays it in off the beautiful feed from Morales.
And much better that time, Becker inside finishing. Remember a moment ago, she got stuck on the rim. That time, strong move, gets a score, and another score there.
Davis answers.
Steph Davis. New Hampshire. Take a timeout, talk. Like that.
Megan Jebbia will talk it over with her team, the two-time Patriot League Coach of the Year, on her way to 8-3 at the helm of the Deacons.
okay. I'm an alien.
If you're making a sci-fi movie, you need to finish the special effects.
Does that look good?
And if you want to save by bundling home and car insurance, you need Geico.
Just 10 seconds left. Our team has... The crowd is going wild. The defensive flag compression. He passes to Luka. Who passes the rock right back?
You're the boss.
He steps back. Releases the three. Martinez does it again.
Rated E for everyone.
PlayStation.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Hurry in to get our best deals of the season. Get in and get away.
Lease a 2023 Tucson for just $259 a month or get 0% APR plus $500 bonus cash. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Yeah, sure. No.
With Sonic's 2 for $5 menu, you get 2 delicious things for only $5. How will you know which 2 to choose? Don't ask us. That's a rhetorical question. And everyone knows 2 for $5 is better than 1, which is helpful if you struggle with decision making. The Sonic 2 for $5 menu.
Sonic.
What's more intimidating when it's time to pop the question than picking out an engagement ring? Hi, I'm Hadley Perry from Perry's Diamonds and Estate Jewelry. Perry's can help ease your mind and make the process easier and more pleasant with our selection of new and vintage engagement rings from a 1/2 carat to 8 carats and 10 graduate gemologists on staff to help you find the perfect ring. Plus, our 12-month no-interest financing will make it easy to pay for as well. How can she say no when you present her a ring from Perry's, Carnegie Boulevard across from South Park Mall?
Coaching and Christmas casual tonight. Megan Jebbia has a healthy lead. You see the upcoming schedule that we've been discussing at Syracuse on Sunday at noon on ACCN. Back here next Thursday afternoon to face Rhode Island. And then it's all ACC
all the
from
time.
here until the tournament in March. Elise Williams is going to get to the free throw line. 6 more assists for Elise Williams tonight. Deacons with 2 in double figures. Spear with 21, Summiel with 10, and Hamilton Leroy has 13 for Longwood. Positive strides at the free throw line tonight, Stan, after a slow start. Wake now 14 of 18, makes 15 of 19.
Smooth stroke there.
15 of 19 is 79%. Deacons enter the night at 59% as a team for the season.
That number has got to improve. Has got to.
Tonight's a step in the right direction for sure. Closing in on 4 minutes to play.
Another deflection.
Bailey Williams passed up the 3. Missed the 2. Ship Davis will go to the line, fouled by Andrews.
We talked about it in the open about Ship Davis' ability to go inside at 5'10", and also step out and make the 3. And that was a really nice move by Bailey Williams. Ran her off the 3 line, still had a chance, got it off the glass, a little too strong, but Chip Davis goes in there and gets a rebound, and again, continuing to compete. Not been a great shooting night for her, but you like the fact that she's still trying to battle on the boards, try to make something happen.
Wake Forest, Syracuse this Sunday. The Orange are 8-2. They've won 3 in a row entering Sunday. Most recently a 30-point win over the Wagner Seahawks this past Sunday. Syracuse's losses came at Penn State and at Purdue. Becker inside, just like tonight. Couple of first-year coaches for their respective schools. Felicia Leggett-Jack, Syracuse alum, taking over that Orange women's basketball program after a bit of turmoil it's had in the coaching department the last couple of years. But Leggett-Jack brought a lot of her past players with her, and they've got a pretty good team. It's going to be an interesting game Sunday at noon.
Come to compete.
So Sunday, even before NFL starts on Sunday,
you got big morning, you got big day.
The World Cup final, 10 a.m. And you got Wake,
Syracuse
at noon. Then you can dive into the second half of all the other games, or you can just stay on the ACC network and watch the quadruple header.
Or you can get another TV, or you can go picture-in-picture. A lot of things you can do. Or you can take a nap. You can take a nap and watch games. There's nothing better than that. I don't get a chance to do it much on Sunday afternoon. There's always a game you're going to, you're traveling back from, thank goodness. The trap's been effective at times for Longwood. Wake Forest has done a nice job beating the pressure. Didn't hold the ball right there. It's good. Get it out of the corner. There you go.
Meyer will tee it up. Morales unable to convert the follow. Numbers for Wake Forest off the rebound. Morales lays it in.
Big burst of speed by Morales to get the finish the play. I like that.
Easily a career high for Marta. She's got 7 off the bench tonight. Morales had scored 6 total points in her career before this evening's game.
Came in second semester last year.
Yes, she did, from Barcelona.
Finish it, finish it, finish it. Good.
And the learning point there, I think, is don't save it under your own basket.
Nope. So many players make that mistake. If you're going to save it, just throw it as far as you can the other way backwards. And they make so many mistakes on inbound situations. Taking the ball out of bounds and getting it in, especially after a made basket under pressure. I'd like to do a clinic on that one day. Ooh, thought about it.
Williams leaves it for Chip Davis to Leroy. And the three doesn't fall.
Got all of it.
Yeah.
Touched every bit of the circle.
It looked a lot like Jules that bounced off the rim a couple of times and went in, except this one didn't go in.
Nice.
Becker's just feasting down under the rim.
We'll just run the baseline there off the high-low. When they reverse the basketball off that secondary break or whatnot, you know you've got somebody that's busted block and you just roam it, you're going to score. Or you have a great chance of it.
Timeout called just to get a couple of substitutions into the game. J.L. Hall is in there, sophomore from Charlotte. Played her season-high 5 minutes on Sunday. .106 to go.
Well, Wake did what they had to do. Or on paper supposed to do. Go out and win this game illegal screen there. You know, but definitely concerned about the start of this basketball game. And you've got to come out with a fire in your eye, especially in a game that where you've got to create your own enthusiasm. So they'll learn from this, and you know, can't afford to get off to a slow start against a very much improved Syracuse team, as you've documented.
And if you thought it was cold in Winston-Salem today,
that's what I'm talking about. Got mental toughness.
Good luck heading to Syracuse. Stan, who you like in Australia, France, World Cup final?
Argentina.
What did I say?
You said Australia.
Sorry.
I like Australia most any time.
Argentina, France.
I don't. You know what? To be honest with you, it's a pick'em. France has a chance to make some history. Hadn't done it in about 60 years. And Argentina could solidify some things with Messi. So I don't know. I took French in high school.
I took Spanish in high school, but
there we go.
I'd lean towards the French on the pitch.
So we're split. I hadn't thought about it yet.
Longwood 3 in and out. That should do it. Lancers on the glass, missed the layup, and that'll be the end of the night. 83-43 is the final. We thank you for spending some of your Thursday night with us. 21 for Joel Spear, 10 points, 7 rebounds for Olivia Summiel to go along with 6 block shots